Now on CoastTV News.
More Milford housing where the growing city is eyeing new townhomes.
Plus, Selbyville housing surge. What officials in the Sussex County town are considering later today for a new housing development.
It's a cold start to our Monday. Temperatures are in the 30s, tracking sunshine, but big changes are coming. Milder temperatures, scattered showers, and then a big temperature plunge through Thanksgiving.
Bay Bridge buildup, what the Maryland Transportation Authority is advising ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, Matt. I'm Grace Eckerly. Thank you for being up with us today.
Yeah, it's November 24th, 2025, and
Yes.
keep tracking that weather. We got a nice start to the week, but when we get to Thanksgiving, it'll be a little colder.
Well, I'm hearing this is how Chris described it to me this morning,
Okay.
giving us the brief. Weather roller coaster.
Weather roller coaster.
Weather roller coaster. Turning now to First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono to give us a little more detail, maybe in words this time, what the weather's going to look like.
Good morning, Grace and Matt. Plus, good morning, Delmarva. It was a beautiful weekend, especially Sunday. We had temperatures back into the mid-50s, and we're going to continue that sunshine through the day today. But it's a cold start for some of us as we take a live look through Ocean View. 39 degrees there. Clear skies, dry conditions throughout much of the mid-Atlantic with high pressure building in back off to the west. And you can see temperatures this morning, we're at the freezing mark in Redden, 31, Harrington, 33 in Laurel. We're down to 31 in Salisbury, but in the lower 40s along the beaches. Winds are calm. They'll gust a bit late this morning through the afternoon, upwards of 20, 25 miles an hour, but not expecting the wind to be a big issue today. So a marvelous Monday awaits. Clouds on the increase tonight, and that will bring showers into the area Tuesday afternoon through Tuesday night, and then a stronger cold front's going to be pushing through the region Wednesday. That will bring another round of rain, but the good news right now is Thanksgiving is trending dry but pretty blustery as those temperatures are going to be falling through the week. So we're up to 55 by around 2 o'clock, mostly sunny skies, winds out of the west northwest. So a beautiful day ahead, and we have temperatures back into the 60s near 70 Wednesday ahead of Thanksgiving. We'll talk more about that coming up here in a bit. Matt.
Thank you, Chris. And our top story this hour, it takes us to Milford. Carlisle Lane LLC, they're hoping to transform a grassy lot into a 39 townhouse development off of Truett Avenue.
Coast TV News reporter Elise Weber live in Milford. And Elise, the city says that the decision is likely to be made tonight.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. We spoke with Milford City Mayor Todd Collada about the project that's proposed for the land that I am standing on right now. And he said that tonight's city council meeting will actually be a final public hearing for this project. So we could possibly see a decision for or against this project to move forward. And Coast TV previously spoke with the owner of this land, who told us that the current plan calls for 8 units per acre, which is less dense than the city's 12 units per acre zoning allowance. Collada said he's hopeful that this development gets approved tonight, saying it will be good for the city. But back in August, the Milford Planning Commission voted to recommend that the city council deny the development here. Mayor Collada tells us because of that, tonight's decision would need a supermajority to pass, meaning 6 out of 8 council members must vote yes. And that meeting is scheduled for tonight at 6 o'clock. Back to you.
Lisa Weber live in Milford. Thank you for that. And also taking place at that same city council meeting, the Carlisle Fire Company is asking for more money. According to the agenda, the council is expected to consider approving funds for the company, and that would go towards a public safety enhancement fund. You may remember during the summer, the Carlisle Fire Company expressed concern over rapid growth, creating a larger need for emergency services in the area.
Happening today, Selbyville leaders expected to discuss more housing in town. According to the agenda for the planning and zoning meeting today, developers want to build a 32 single-family home community that's called Heron Cove. That neighborhood would be located at Lighthouse Road and Lynch Road, and Selbyville leaders will gather today at 4 p.m. at Town Hall.
Across Delmarva, Pocomoke City Police are searching for a gunman after shots were fired Saturday. Investigators say the person that we are showing you here fired several shots at a car which has been taken in for evidence, and police say this took place around 4:30 p.m. in the area of Bank Street and 6th Street.
Dover police say a man now facing charges after they say he accidentally shot and killed another man. Police say Kenneth Collins was negligently handling a gun at a Courtside Drive apartment and caused it to fire and strike the other man. Police say Collins is barred from having guns because of a prior felony.
And we're now taking a live look at the Bay Bridge on this Monday morning. You can see some of the commute taking place right now. And we do expect traffic to increase as the week continues. So if you're heading over for Thanksgiving, Maryland Transportation Authority wants you to plan ahead. And they say two-way traffic operations may help ease delays, but that is depending on weather and the westbound traffic. On Tuesday, they recommend heading out before 1 p.m. or after 8. Wednesday, it's before 9 a.m. or after 7. And as for Thanksgiving, anytime before 10 a.m. or after 3 p.m. And this just in, new tensions surrounding the high-stakes peace talks between Russia and Ukraine.
The Trump administration is pressing Ukraine to accept a 28-point peace proposal by Thanksgiving. And NBC's Alice Barr shows us how European allies and U.S. lawmakers have raised concerns about the potential deal.
In Ukraine, a difficult winter is closing in, with Russian strikes only increasing. Both sides are now targeting the other's heat and power grids. And as the U.S. works to broker a truce by Thanksgiving,
we've had probably the most productive and meaningful meeting so far.
President Trump injecting new tensions in a post accusing Ukraine's leadership of expressing zero gratitude for his administration's efforts, just as high-level U.S. and Ukraine delegations met in Geneva, with the Ukrainians voicing thanks.
We have very good progress, and we are moving forward to the just and lasting peace.
In a joint statement, the U.S. and Ukraine saying they had updated and refined the peace framework President Trump has been pressing for, despite its raising alarm among Ukrainian and European leadership and bipartisan lawmakers for favoring Russia, some even questioning whether it's a U.S. or a Russian proposal.
What the president has put out here is a plan that is very favorable to Russia.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio clarifying the U.S. did author the initial 28-point peace plan that runs counter to several top Ukrainian priorities, calling for Ukraine to give up a fifth of its territory, including portions Russia does not occupy, shrinking the Ukrainian military by about a third and blocking its path to join NATO. President Trump saying there is room to negotiate.
Is this your final offer to Ukraine?
No, not by far.
European allies pushing to strengthen the terms for Ukraine and weaken the risk of further Russian aggression. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Back here at home, schools across Sussex County are preparing for, or are maybe already celebrating, a Thanksgiving break. According to each district, students in Cape Henlopen School District off this whole week. That's now through Friday. The Indian River School District says Thanksgiving break for them takes place from Wednesday through Friday. Students at Wacomico County School District will also be off starting on Wednesday, and Worcester County School District says students as well having off Wednesday through Friday.
And Sussex County communities are also preparing for the Thanksgiving holiday. Rehoboth Beach says offices are closed Thursday and Friday. They got that tree lighting taking place Friday night at 6:30. I'm looking forward to that one. Lewis City officials are also saying offices are closed Thursday and Friday. In Milton, according to the town's website, offices are only expected to close on Thursday. And Bethany Beach says their offices are closed Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving.
And we're just getting started in this hour of CoastTV News Today.
Coming up, holiday blood shortage. How low is the blood bank of Delmarva's supply heading into Thanksgiving week?
Also, clearing coastal channel. We'll take a look at the progress being made in Worcester County dredging project.
Still ahead, Black Friday boom. The big numbers projected for Christmas shopping over the next week. And First Alert meteorologist Chris Masterbono tracking cold temperatures, but we're looking forward to a nice Monday afternoon. You see him there live in the Weather Center, and we check in with him next.
Good Monday morning, Delmarva. Hope your day is off to a fantastic start. We are in for a beautiful one today. Sunrise at 6:53. We're taking a live look in through Laurel, where we are at the freezing mark, so maybe a little time to warm up that car this morning. 31 in Harrington, 33 in Seaford. We're at 34 Salisbury, a little milder along the beaches where we're at 45 in Ocean City, 41 in Rehoboth Beach. We're under the influence of high pressure, but clouds will be increasing tonight ahead of a round of showers that's going to be moving in on Tuesday afternoon through the evening. And then we're going to be dealing with a stronger cold front that's going to be bringing in some colder air just as we arrive through Thanksgiving. But the good news is we are going to stay on the dry side for Thanksgiving. Sunshine through Lewis, Bethany Beach, Rehoboth, with temperatures topping out in the mid-50s. We'll talk more about the rain rolling in Tuesday into Wednesday. Coming up, my full 7-day forecast here in minutes. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. A quick heads up for drivers in Dewey Beach. Happening today, DelDOT will have lane closures along Route 1 at Dickinson Avenue. DelDOT says crews will be installing new utilities in the area, and that means some temporary lane shifts overnight. So expect workers and maybe a bit of delay.
An emergency closure is now in place on Coverdale Road in Seaford. According to DelDOT, it's located between Hastings Farm Road and Seashore Highway. This is expected to last until mid-December. Officials say this is so crews can complete bridge inspection and repair work.
And a record number of people are expected to be spending the upcoming Thanksgiving weekend shopping. According to the National Retail Federation, nearly 187 million people will be shopping from Thanksgiving through Cyber Monday, and that's an increase of about 3 million shoppers just from last year, which was the previous record. And according to the survey, Black Friday and Cyber Monday will be the top shopping days. I think we can expect that. And the top 3 items on people's list this year: number 1, clothing; 2, accessories; and 3, gift cards and toys.
Eli Lilly has just hit a milestone. It has become the first publicly traded healthcare company to reach $1 trillion in value. The exclusive club has been dominated by tech giants such as NVIDIA and Microsoft. Eli Lilly stock has surged thanks in part to its hold on the weight loss drug market. The 150-year-old company is the maker of Mounjaro and Zepbound.
It will be a marvelous Monday on the peninsula with temperatures getting back into the mid-50s. We await showers that will be arriving Tuesday afternoon through the evening. That's going to kick off a little unsettled stretch through midweek, milder right in time ahead of the Thanksgiving break holiday. We'll talk about if the rain will clear out in time right after the break.
Time is 6:16 and we're giving you a live look at the Roosevelt Inlet in Lewis. And Chris, it might be cold right now, but we are expecting a Monday afternoon warm-up.
Yeah, it's going to be a really nice afternoon with sunny skies. And it was a beautiful Sunday as well. 57 was our magic number in Georgetown. We see we hit that here over the last 3 days as we take a live look in through Ocean View. 38 degrees there. 32 we're at the freezing mark in Bridgeville, Redden, 30 in Harrington. So a little frost on that windshield this morning. Clear skies, calm wind, so it's a beautiful start to the day, and it's going to be a beautiful afternoon as high pressure continues to build eastward. Pretty quiet throughout much of the east, but that's going to be changing as this storm system begins to take shape. Area of low pressure out in the plains is going to kick east and eventually spread some showers into our area, not until tomorrow afternoon through the evening. So we're dry today, showers primarily late afternoon through Tuesday evening, and then we're going to see another round of scattered showers Wednesday afternoon. Even a rumble of thunder is possible, but the good news is we are trending drier but colder as we go into the Thanksgiving holiday. We're at 55 in Dover this afternoon, 55 in Milford, 53 Federalsburg, 57 Cambridge to 57 in Berlin. So there's the mostly sunny skies through the afternoon. Partly cloudy skies to start this evening and then increasing clouds overnight. Overcast skies into our Tuesday, but milder, lower 60s. Scattered showers will be pushing through the area as we go into Tuesday evening through Tuesday night. And then another round of scattered showers and even a rumble of thunder possible. I think by Wednesday afternoon, this model particularly brings it in a little earlier, but then we're going to surge into the upper 60s to near 70 ahead of that cold front that's going to be pushing through on Thanksgiving. So rainfall totals on average 30/10 to as much as a half of an inch as we go in through Wednesday night. So we're looking at temperatures on a big temperature plunge here. 68 by your Wednesday. We're down to 47 in through Thanksgiving. So there's the setup as we go in through the end of the week. Big trough in the east is going to allow for a big winter-like feel as we go into Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Then we'll see another opportunity for showers as we go into the late part of the weekend, late Sunday through Monday. So we're at 55. Slight breeze kicking in late this morning through the afternoon. We're at 37 overnight with increasing clouds. 62 for our Tuesday with showers developing by the afternoon through the evening. And then another round of scattered showers Wednesday, 68. Temperatures are going to be plunging into Thanksgiving. We're going to have gusts near 30, 35 miles an hour, even colder in through Black Friday. Doing any shopping, going to need the winter coat, 42, but it's going to feel more like the 20s with the wind chill. Matt.
Thank you, Chris. Near the West Ocean City Harbor, dredge burden is clearing out the channels. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers plans to remove about 5,000 cubic yards of sand and debris from this area. For dredge burden, the process includes sucking material into the vessel. Then once the boat is full, the crew heads miles away to dump it. Captain Martin Willis emphasizes teamwork is needed to keep operations running smoothly.
Person has their job assignment, their role in the whole big picture. We typically keep a 6-person crew, and we have captain, mate, deckhand, engineers.
According to Captain Willis, dredging operations will continue through tomorrow, November 25th, but they'll take a break for Thanksgiving and the holiday.
In July, nearly 8,000 cubic yards of dredged material were removed from 3 priority areas within the inlet channel. And so all in all, it would be about 13,000 cubic yards dredged. Dredging will resume after Thanksgiving on November 29th. The Army Corps says dredging operations will cease once the area is at the appropriate depth and cleared for vessel traffic.
Up next, holiday blood shortage. I'll tell you why the blood bank of Delmarva says donations during this time are especially urgent. Stay with us on CoastTV News today.
The Blood Bank of Delmarva asking the community to give back this holiday season. Donations always drop around the holidays, and in 2024, Thanksgiving week donations fell about 35%, and staff say that pattern is starting to repeat itself this year. Right now, the blood bank has a 4-day supply instead of the recommended 7, and several vital types, including type O, are down to a 3-day supply. With EMS in all 3 counties carrying whole blood and Delaware State Police aviation units now equipped too, the blood bank says the need is growing as donations slow.
There's a lot of need for blood all the time. It's a need that never goes away, and you never know. It could be a family member of yours, it could be a community member of yours, it could be a total stranger that needs blood or a blood product. So this is a great way to continue to give back, give into that Thanksgiving spirit, that holiday spirit of giving.
And now through the 30th, anyone who donates will receive a free Lifesaver t-shirt as a thank you for supporting the community. Well, it's that time again for our Bless Our Children campaign. Every year, CoastTV works to make the holidays a little brighter for kids on Delmarva.
And the money you give goes towards local charities who buy Christmas presents. And here's today's Shell Brothers Honor Roll.
We really want to thank the businesses, groups, and individuals who have stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000 to the Bless Our Children campaign.
Here's the Shell Brothers Honor Roll in order of amounts given in increments of $1,000.
In loving memory of Stacy Dorsch.
Boggs Dish Haroon Post number 123.
Ocean City Elks Lodge number 2645.
Clark and Sons Garage Doors.
Eastern Shore Corvette Club Incorporated.
Edward Jones Office of Melinda Tingle.
Sons and Daughters of Italy of Ocean City Lodge number 2474.
Tony Tank Tribe number 149.
Apgar Turf Farm Inc.
Chesapeake Urology. Doctors Mark Edney, Mark Shimko, Alyssa Gracely, and Jason Smith.
CJ's Beach Space.
Peninsula Imaging LLC.
Painting in America Made Great Again, Earl Johnson Painting.
In memory of Jean G. and John D. Henry.
Mr. and Mrs. R. Dean Goldsboro.
Evergreen Lodge number 153.
Gnostic Family Charitable Foundation Fund of the Delaware Community Foundation.
Emery's General Service of Millsboro.
Willard's Lions Club, Sean Knoll Ways Limitless Worldwide.
Wheels That Heal Car Club.
Chesapeake Waste Industries.
Waikamoco Lodge number 91 AF and AM.
Rotary International Lewis Rehoboth Beach Rotary Club.
Preston Growmark FS.
Pocomoke Elks Lodge number 1624.
American Legion Cinnapunxon Post number 166.
Fillmore Day Real Estate Services LLC.
Accurate termite and pest control.
Delaware Improved Order of Red Men and Degree of Pocahontas.
Idlewild Brewerton Club.
Hawker's Supermarkets.
DJVO Entertainment.
Murray's Residential Service. Dennis and Barbara Murray.
Allen Corman and Son, Inc.
Antique Alley of Bridgehill in memory of Ron Hatfield.
Eastern Shore Auctions by Willie Benton.
ASCP Plumbing and ASAP Total Disposal.
Absolute PDR, Dwayne and Brandy Geis.
David and Luis.
Tylerton Church, Inc., Contractors for a Cause.
Queen City Elks Lodge number 1051.
AccuTrench Contracting, LLC.
IV Solutions.
Terra Firma of Delmarva Paving.
Crowley Associates Realty, Inc.
ABC Refrigeration, Inc. of Bishopville, Maryland.
Again, we appreciate all of you stepping up to the Shell Brothers Challenge as part of the Bless Our Children campaign.
If you'd like to help, send your card and donation to Bless Our Children in care of WBOC 1729 North Salisbury Boulevard, Salisbury, Maryland 21801, or you can donate to our website, blessourchildren.org.
Thank you for helping us lend a hand.
And together, we'll make the holidays this year a very special one.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
Hope you're doing well this Monday morning, Delmarva. It's a cold start for some of us away from the beaches as we take a live look through Lewis. 35 degrees there. It is a clear, dry start to our day. Plenty of sunshine through the day today, as well as in Ocean City, Fenwick Island. We'll top out in the mid-50s as we make our way into Lewis. Mostly sunny skies, and Rehoboth 51 by around lunchtime. Winds will pick up a bit through the late morning, gusting to 20 miles an hour. Cambridge and Crisfield, mostly sunny skies with highs in the mid to upper 50s. Jennifer Kerrigan, Millsboro, Delaware. Congratulations on winning an umbrella from CoastTV. And you can always get your latest forecast by calling our First Alert weather phone. I'll have your latest Thanksgiving forecast in the next half hour.
Coming up, back pay in progress. We'll tell you when the government says all TSA workers should receive back pay after the historic government shutdown.
Also, Selbyville development discussion where they are looking to build a new community in the town.
And more development in Milford. We'll tell you how large of a project is up for consideration tonight with city leaders. CoastTV News Today returns after the break.
Now on CoastTV News.
Plan ahead passage. The recommendations for the Bay Bridge on one of the busiest travel days of the year.
More Milford housing where the growing city is eyeing new townhomes.
Plus, growth debate, the area in Selbyville that could address a housing need in the Sussex County town.
It's a cold start to our Monday. Temperatures are in the 30s, tracking sunshine, but big changes are coming. Milder temperatures, scattered showers, and then a big temperature plunge through Thanksgiving.
This is CoastTV News Today.
November 24th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Grace.
Good morning, Matt. I'm Grace Eckerly, and thank you for being up with us today.
6:31 a.m. And if you love great fall afternoons, I think today is your day.
Yes, that is what Chris Mastrobono is tracking right now. He's telling us that we got a little bit of a roller coaster coming up with the temperatures, but today is supposed to be lovely.
That's right, Grace. Good morning, Grace and Matt. Big week of traveling, eating ahead of us as we take a live look into Laurel. Beautiful clear skies there. Sunrise at 6:53. We're at the freezing mark in Laurel, so it is a cold start for some of us, especially away from the beaches. We have clear skies, calm winds throughout much of the peninsula as high pressure lurks just off to our west. That's going to continue advancing eastward. You can see temperatures right now across the area. 32 in Delmar, 33 in Seaford. We're at 31 Harrington, slightly milder at the beaches where we're at 41 and 40 in Bethany Beach. As I mentioned, winds are calm across the area, and we're in for a beautiful Monday. Mostly sunny skies. Clouds will be increasing tonight ahead of a storm system that will bring a round of scattered showers developing Tuesday afternoon through the evening. It'll turn milder. We're going to be surging back into the 60s. In fact, we may near 70 across some parts of the peninsula by Wednesday with another round of scattered showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder Wednesday, and then we turn blustery for Thanksgiving. So the good news is it looks like we get the rain out of here just in time, but the colder air is going to be making its presence felt by the end of the week, and certainly by the time we roll in through Black Friday. I'll talk about how low those temperatures are going to be plunged, as well as how much rain we could expect to see in that full 7-day forecast here in minutes.
Thank you, Chris. And our top story this half hour, Carlisle Lane LLC hoping to transform a Milford grassy patch of land into a 39 townhouse development off Trua Avenue.
Our Elisa Weber is live in Milford, where we could see a decision on this made tonight. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. We spoke with Milford City Mayor Todd Collada about the project that is proposed for this area where we are standing right now. And he said tonight's City Council meeting will actually be a final public hearing for this proposed development, which means that we could possibly see a decision made for or against these townhouses to move forward. And previously, we spoke with the owner of this property, who says that according to plans, there would be 8 units per acre, which is less dense than the city's 12 units per acre zoning allowance. Collada said he's hopeful that this development gets approved tonight, saying it will be good for the city. But back in August, the Milford Planning Commission voted to recommend that the City Council deny the development here. Mayor Collada tells us because of that, tonight's decision would need a supermajority to pass, meaning 6 out of 8 council members must say yes. And we spoke with one neighbor who says they worry this development would be a safety hazard.
I think that this street is really busy. There's a lot of development going on. I think that the creation of an apartment complex right here is just going to congest this street so much more. There's a lot of little children that run up and down this street. We are also on a side of Milford where kids just kind of run around and do their thing.
And that council meeting will take place tonight at 6 o'clock. Back to you.
Thank you, Elisa. And also taking place at that City Council meeting in Milford, the Carlisle Fire Company. They're asking for more money, and according to the agenda, the council expected to consider approving money for the company. It would go towards a public safety enhancement fund, and that's according to the agenda. You may also remember during the summer, the Carlisle Fire Company expressed concern over rapid growth, creating a larger need for emergency services in the area.
Happening today, Selbyville officials are expected to discuss more housing. According to the agenda for the Planning and Zoning meeting, developers want to build a 32 single-family home community. They're calling it Heron Cove. The neighborhood is located at Lighthouse Road and Lynch Road. The commission is meeting today at 4 at Town Hall.
And we're taking a live look into the Bay Bridge now, and some people making their morning commute as the sun is coming up. And this roadway will only begin to increase in traffic as the holiday week continues. If you're heading over this bridge for Thanksgiving, the Maryland Transportation Authority wants you to plan ahead. Officials say two-way traffic operations may help to ease delays, but that's dependent on weather and westbound traffic. On Tuesday, they say you should head out before 1 p.m. or after 8. Wednesday, it's before 9 a.m. or after 7. And as for the big one, Turkey Day on Thursday, anytime before 10 a.m. or after 3.
Yeah, lots of things happening around the Thanksgiving holiday, including schools preparing for the celebration of the Thanksgiving break. Students in the Cape Henlopen District are actually off all this week, starting today through Friday. Indian River School District says Thanksgiving break takes place from Wednesday through Friday. Students at the Wicomico County School District, they are off starting Wednesday, and the Worcester County School District says students have off Wednesday through Friday.
Sussex County communities also preparing for the Thanksgiving holiday. Rehoboth Beach says offices will close Thursday and Friday, with the very exciting tree lighting taking place Friday at 6:30 p.m. Lewis City officials say that their offices will also be closed Thursday and Friday. And over in Milton, according to the town's website, offices are only expected to close on Thursday. Bethany Beach says their offices will be closed Thursday and Friday for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Turning now to the war in Ukraine, and it could be at a critical juncture. U.S. and Ukrainian officials say they are refining a ceasefire plan.
Right, Matt, and it's a plan that stemmed from earlier talks between the U.S. and Russia. Amy Kelly shows us how that could be taking a step towards ending the war.
It is probably the most productive day we have had on this issue. Maybe in the entirety of our engagement.
U.S. and Ukrainian officials say they're making substantial progress with ceasefire talks. That's after they met in Geneva, Switzerland yesterday.
Дипломатія активізована. Це добре.
Diplomacy has been activated, which is good, very good. We expect that the results will be the right steps.
The negotiators are working off President Donald Trump's 28-point ceasefire plan. It stems from U.S. talks with Russia. Bipartisan critics say the original favored that country too much. Now, Secretary of State Marco Rubio says U.S. and Ukrainian negotiators have been modifying the plan. He says the remaining issues are, quote, not insurmountable. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky appears to share Rubio's optimism. He says Trump's team appeared to be listening.
The first priority is reliable peace, guaranteed security, respect for our people, respect for everyone who gave their lives defending Ukraine from Russian aggression.
In a statement, U.S. and Ukrainian officials say they're working toward, quote, aligning positions and identifying clear next steps. At some point, those steps have to involve Russia once again.
Like any final agreement, they'll have to be agreed upon by the presidents. And there are a couple issues that we need to continue to work on.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Now taking a live look at Washington, D.C. as the sun is coming up this morning, and one of the more controversial initiatives of the Trump administration has come to an end, and early. The Department of Government Efficiency no longer exists. New overnight, that's the word from the government's chief human resources officer. The department was supposed to be in operation until July of next year. The government's chief resources officer saying that it will be up to individual agencies to carry out DOGE's cost-cutting mission, and that efficiency remains a core objective of the Trump administration.
As the holidays approach, some relief for tens of thousands of Transportation Security Administration workers. A TSA spokesperson says about 90% of the workers have received back pay now that the government shutdown is over. The TSA workers missed several paychecks during the country's longest shutdown in history. And we have a lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up next, Code Purple prepares. We'll tell you what the organization says it needs to serve those in need this winter season.
Also, second half collapse. Now the Eagles let one get away from their hated rival, the Cowboys.
And more hours for more food. We'll tell you about extended hours at the Food Bank of Delaware this week.
But first, the holiday season is here, and so is the return of our holiday house. This is where people can submit pictures or videos of their holiday decorations, and we'll show them here during our newscast. So start sending in your pictures. You can head over to our website, coasttv.com/holidayhouse.
A pleasant good Monday morning, Delmarva, as we take a live look in through Ocean View. Clear skies there. We're at 39 degrees. Winds are calm, but we are quite cold west of Coastal Highway 32, Gumboro. We're at 31 in Harrington, 37 Milton, and we are at 33 in Long Neck. Seeing clear skies across much of the mid-Atlantic, but that's going to be changing as we go into tonight. Clouds will be increasing ahead of a warm front that will bring a round of showers beginning Tuesday afternoon through Tuesday evening, and then a stronger cold front is going to be pushing through on Wednesday. So enjoy the mostly sunny skies through the morning and afternoon. We'll top out in the mid-50s. I'll talk more about how much rain we could expect to see, and it'll clear in time, just in time for the Thanksgiving. We'll talk more about that here in minutes. Matt.
Okay, Chris. New data from the Maryland State Climatologist Office, it shows October was colder and much drier than normal, which they say pushed drought conditions across nearly all of Maryland. Some eastern shore counties saw about 50% less rainfall than average. Officials say Chesapeake water temperatures were also cooler than usual, with the temperatures about 3 to 4 degrees below normal. This was especially present in the Lower Bay and Chincoteague Bay near Wicomico County.
And the Food Bank of Delaware extending their hours at the Milford and Newark Healthy Pantry Centers to serve more families. According to officials, the food bank helped nearly half the number of families it would normally serve in an entire month in the past week. The extended hours are as follows: Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Tuesday in Milford, 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and Friday, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and Saturday, not including November 29th, hours are 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
It was Cowboys week for the Birds, and heading into Sunday's game in Dallas, the Eagles had the best record in the NFC. They were riding a 4-game winning streak, and their hated rival looking for a win to get back to 500. And the Eagles were in my favorite look. Just, they are gorgeous. Look at those Kelly Green, everybody. First quarter, Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown, touchdown, and they have a 7-0 lead. Later in the quarter, Hurts on the keeper, 14-0 Birds. Everything so far, so good. It was actually a 21-0 lead at one point, but here we are in the fourth. The Cowboys, they tie the game. Dak Prescott on the rollout, and then the leap into the end zone. It's 21-all. We go to under a minute to go. Prescott burns the Eagles defense with a 24-yard connection to George Pickens to the 22-yard line, and it sets up the final play of the game. Brandon Aubrey hits the game-winning 42-yard field goal, a stunner in Big D. The Eagles lose 24-21, and Sports Talk Radio in Philadelphia this morning should be very, very interesting. To Baltimore, Derrick Henry had 2 rushing touchdowns. The Ravens overcome a lackluster start to defeat the Jets 23-10. Ravens have won 5 in a row. They are hot. And with the Steelers' loss, the Ravens are tied for first in the AFC North. Got some Sunday college hoops. Delaware playing in the Jacksonville Classic. They lose by 20 to Southern Illinois. It's a 1-4 start to the season for the Blue Hens. And Delaware State, they ventured to the ACC, and this one was not pretty. Hornets only shot 26% from the field in losing to Miami, 97-41. Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network, 5:30 p.m., we have Gerstle Academy taking on Saints Peter and Paul in boys basketball, and then you can catch the final score at 10:30.
If you're having a rough week, like Chris with that Eagles loss, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from CoastTV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. You can sign up now for free at coasttv.com/sign up and get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Fridays. And here's what you can look forward to this afternoon on Coast Life at 4 p.m.
Well, do you love celebrating all things local, whether it's local businesses to explore, restaurants to eat at, boutiques to shop around at? Well, we've got it for you every day, Monday through Friday, here on Coast Life, and you can find it when you join us today at 4.
The time is now 6:49 a.m. It's time for our sunrise reveal, looking into Laurel, and it's beautiful today, Chris. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely gorgeous. And this is the time every morning when the sun comes up, and it's always a pleasure to see. And we have a beautiful day ahead of us as well. It's aiming to be a fantastic week, Chris.
Oh yes, big week ahead of traveling, eating, watching football, right? Spending time with the family. And we have some clear, dry conditions out there this morning as we take a live look through Lewis, 35 degrees. And it's cold, especially away from the beaches. We're at 31 in Harrington, 33 Seaford, and we're at 31 in Salisbury. Not dealing with much of a wind chill this morning, so that's good news with calm winds across the area. We are under the high pressure just to our west there. That's going to continue sliding eastward, and we're keeping an eye on this developing area of low pressure out here across the Rockies and Plains. This is going to kick out, pull in some moisture from the Gulf, and then we're going to be seeing some showers roll in. It looks like late tomorrow afternoon through the evening. Not expecting a tremendous amount of rain, but we're going to be dealing with some unsettled weather Tuesday night through Wednesday. But the good news is we are trending dry as we go in through Thanksgiving. 55 Milford this afternoon. We'll see a high of 57 Easton and Cambridge, 55 Salisbury, 53 Pocomoke City, and 55 in Ocean City. So we stay clear and dry overnight. Increasing clouds and our Tuesday, overcast skies but milder. As a warm front pushes through the area, scattered showers will be developing late Tuesday afternoon through the evening, and then another round of scattered showers. Looks like this model wants to bring it in Wednesday morning, could trend more in the afternoon into the evening. That round of showers could produce a brief rumble of thunder. We surge into the upper 60s to near 70 ahead of that cold front that will be pushing through on Thanksgiving. Now, rainfall totals will generally be on the light side on an average of a ½ inch as we go from Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday afternoon. Now, those temperatures, 68 into Wednesday. Some of us will touch 70 on the peninsula before dropping through the 40s in through Thanksgiving. So we have high pressure building in late week, big trough in the east, so it's going to feel more like winter as we get in through Thanksgiving and then especially by Black Friday. The good news is we stay dry. It's not until late Sunday in through Monday we'll see another round of scattered showers. We're at 55 today. Marvelous Monday, 37 overnight with increasing clouds, 62 for our Tuesday. We start off dry, showers arrive afternoon through the evening, and then another round of scattered showers Wednesday. That could bring a rumble of thunder, 68. Temperatures plunge through the afternoon on Thursday. Your Thanksgiving, 47 degrees, 42 for Friday. Sunny skies for Black Friday, but it's going to feel more like the 20s, so bundle up if you're planning on doing any shopping. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. Sussex County's Code Purple programs need some more volunteers. The program offers overnight shelter to men and women who are in need. It gives cots like these to people from December 1st through March. With the weather getting colder, as Chris mentioned, Code Purple organizers say volunteers would stay overnight to help make a difference. And when people get involved,
they're not just sleeping on a cot, they're giving up to 14 people another day. A safe, warm place to be, and it just helps people feel like they have hope for tomorrow.
Organizers say the Seaford, Milford, and Georgetown locations are especially in need of volunteers. And the time's now 6:52 a.m. and it's time to check in with our coastal pets of the day.
Look at these two. They're adorable, Grace.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, on your screen we got two dogs who love fall. We got Manny and Toby. As you can see, they love this time of year because they play around in piles of leaves. And Manny and Toby were submitted to us by Andrew in Longneck.
That also, if you look closely, that looks like the abominable snowman from Rudolph, the little toy.
I think you're right.
So I guess they're getting the holiday spirit, unlike Matt. Well, if you want to send us some photos of your pets on Delmarva, tell us what makes them so special. If you take a look at your screen now.
Just for the record, I am not a Grinch on these things. Scan the QR code there at top center, get your friends to us, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
Some of our colder towns beginning below the freezing mark this morning, but a beautiful afternoon. Mostly sunny skies will top out in the mid-50s. Clouds increase tonight. Ahead of showers that will arrive Tuesday afternoon through the evening, 62. The rain is generally going to be light. Could see a moderate round of rain Wednesday that could bring a rumble of thunder, 68 degrees, and then a strong cold front pushes through just in time for Thanksgiving, a blustery day. Sunny and dry though, 47. Gets even colder for Black Friday, 42 degrees, feeling more like the 20s with gusts upwards of 40 miles an hour. And then we're looking pretty dry to start next weekend with a chance of showers late Sunday, and then that kicks off a rather unsettled stretch of weather as we head into the start of December. So overall looking dry for Thanksgiving, but rather blustery. So you're going to need to...
Chris, it looks like a pretty significit dip. That Wednesday to Thursday action.
I was about to say, you were not kidding about that roller coaster. I feel like I always go negative on these things. I feel like that 27 degrees, that's the one that stood out to me that Friday going into Saturday morning. That jumped out at me.
Sounds like what the Grinch would say. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, you and I are going to have a conversation after. I am not a Scrooge Grinch. I don't like this image that you're painting.
It's going
to be a fun couple weeks here. Hey, once December kicks in, I'm all about holly and jolly. So that's.
We'll give it a few weeks. It may feel like December outside, but we'll wait until the calendar hits. All right. Well, thank you guys for that, and thank you for joining us here at home on CoastTV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
And we'll be back with CoastTV News midday at 11 a.m.
And for even more news and coverage you can count on, download our CoastTV News and weather apps. Have a great Monday morning, everybody.